You don't need insane talent, hours and hours on the range, or even years of experience to create an easy, effortless, and powerful golf swing. You've seen it on TV. You watch the pros swing, and it's so smooth and so flowy, and the ball just takes off into the air and launches forever. Watch these videos of pros looking at their effortless swings. You can have that too. I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps to create that easy, powerful, free golf swing. You're going to want to stick around because the 3rd step is going to teach you a simple 10-second routine that Scottie Scheffler uses on all of his golf shots to create his effortless power. Let's get right into it. Step 1, I'm going to teach you how to use your arms powerfully in the golf swing. Step 2, how to use your body. And step 3, like I said, stick around because you're going to want to know this routine that Scottie Scheffler uses on every single golf shot to create his effortless power. If you're enjoying my videos but would like a more structured step-by-step approach as well as interactive mental game training designed to help you shoot your lowest scores and hit your best golf shots, you can subscribe to my app by visiting my website here in the corner of the screen, and I'd love to see you on the inside. Step 1, the arms only swing. So I want you guys to learn how to create speed with your hands and arms and create an effortless, powerful release on the golf club. We're going to do just that with one of my favorite drills of all time, which is the open hand drill. That means we're going to be swinging with our hand open-handed and not wrapped around. This drill is amazing because it will teach you the shape and all the characteristics of your swing for free without you having to do any work or think about it. Now this drill has 3 options for the placement of your trail hand: top, side, bottom. How do you know which one you're going to use when you do this drill? It's simple. You're going to take my grip test. I'm Ashley Knoll, aka the Grip Queen, and I've developed an extremely simple test that will determine the exact placement of your trail hand. Your trail hand is responsible for the shape and all the characteristics of your swing. So think about how important this is. Understanding a hand placement that works for you will create your most natural and effortless golf swing. I promise you, when you get this right and your hand placement is exactly where it should be, it's going to unlock all your swing faults. They're going to melt away. All right, so all you have to do is follow along with one simple key. You can find that grip test down in the description below. It's free, so go ahead and click the link, take the test, determine the exact placement of your trail hand, and mind blown. You're going to be off to the races with the best swing of your life. I have come up with a dial system for the grip. So thinking of your hand placement like being on a dial from 1 to 2 to 3. Now I've got little in-betweens. You've got 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, or 3. So what that looks like is there's your number 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. So subtle differences, but make a huge difference on the shape of the swing. So I'm going to share with you how the grip affects the shape of the swing, demonstrating with the open hand placement. And we'll get to that drill very, very quickly, but I have to get this base level of knowledge for you guys so you understand exactly why I'm asking you to do the drill the way I'm asking you to do it throughout this entire lesson, because this is the key to creating the easy, effortless, and powerful golf swing. Is step 1, determining the grip, because then it determines exactly how you're going to do my drill. All right, so we've got the 1 or 1.5. So if you take my test in the description below and you test to be a 1 or a 1.5, you will always do your open hand drill with your hand on the top of the club. If you test to be a number 2, you're always going to do your open hand drill with your hand on the side. 2.5 or 3, always on the bottom. Now here's the one simple thing, the one simple concept that I want everyone to know, is that if you've tested to be a 1 or 1.5, this is the Rory McIlroy, Scottie Scheffler's grip. They have the same exact grip. All you have to do is keep your hand on top of the club the whole time. So demonstrating open-handed. Right now my hand's on the top. It's on the top, 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 top throughout the swing. So this is going to have an effect on the shape and how the arm moves to the swing. Hand on the side, stays on the side. That's a simple concept. All you have to do is keep it on the side, 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 side. I don't know how to make golf any simpler for you guys. 2.5 or 3, your hand's going to stay on the bottom the whole time. Bottom, 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 bottom throughout the swing. So let's look at how that affects the shape of the swing. Hand on top, swinging on back, shaft's going to be a little more vertical. Hand on the side, swinging on back, shaft's going to be a little more tilted because my hand is on the side. Hand on the bottom, swinging along, you're going to notice that the shaft is a little bit more tilted. So we've got Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy. We've got Tiger Woods is right here. He's got his hand on the side. And players like Jon Rahm and Zach Johnson have their hand on the bottom, and they're going to end up in a position that's more like so. So that's how the grip affects the shape of the swing. Now, as promised, how are we going to create effortless power and speed Step one is learning how to move your arms faster and release correctly. The simplest way to do that is to focus only on your arms. So put your feet together like so, and make swings with your feet together, which is going to take our legs out of the equation so we can simply focus on our arms. I, on my own grip test, am a 1.5. Played a lot of my life with a 2.5 grip, had a whole bunch of swing faults that have just now melted away ever since I created this test. Once I've created it, I've got the correct grip, and my swing is now effortless. I used to have to work really, really hard on my game, practicing hours and hours just to time it up right, because my hand was too far under, causing me to have too much of a closed face and making compensations with my body. Back hurts, wrists hurt, arm hurt, lots of pain in the body, but all gone now that I am able to get the correct grip, okay? So, just one little tidbit about getting the correct grip and how it can really help you out. So the open hand drill with our feet together, if we just swing along back and forth, just focusing on getting our arms to swing. Most people's issue is they're trying to be too stiff with their arms, and you can't create any power like that, and you can't create a nice flow or release. So let's learn our arms first. For me, I'm a 1.5 on my own grip test, so I do mine from hand on top always. So I always do my practice swing as hand on top. My only goal is keeping the hand on top. If I can just do that as I swing along, I'm going to be in good standing with my grip, creating my swing that works for me. So I want to encourage you to take the test in the description below and find the swing that's going to work best for you. So it's quite simple, just making some swings back and through like that, getting a feel for the arms, and you can hit golf balls like that. Feet together, just make some swings, arms only. You'll be amazed at how far you can hit it. I didn't even have a hand on the club. I've got just my palm on the club, and I just crushed a little wedge right there. Now if I do it a couple more times, that's a good place to learn how to release the club. And then you can do it with your fingers wrapped around. So same exact thing, feet together, normal grip, swing along. Insane speed for arms only. Effortless, just happening just like you see the pros and they're swinging on tour, they're swinging along and it looks so smooth, but the ball just launches. Is they do this one thing really, really well. They know how to sync up their arms with their body. On to step two. I just said it right there, how to use your body correctly. We just learned how to use the arms. Now let's learn how to use our body in a very, very simple drill, simple way to create that easy, effortless, powerful swing. That's the goal. All right, so the next drill is one of my favorites, is we're gonna do the turn, turn, tap, tap. And we're gonna swing from hip to hip. So this drill is only a hip to hip swing, and we're gonna focus on turn, turn, tap, tap. That's the little mantra you're gonna say in your head. So we're starting the feet about a club head width apart, and I'm gonna demonstrate from this point of view to show you guys the major benefit of this drill is getting the low point in the correct spot. So if we're hitting the golf ball back here, or even where the golf ball is, the low point is not in the correct spot. If my golf ball is in line with this white stick, the goal with an iron is to get your low point past the stick. So this little simple drill is going to help you learn that, and that's where the tap tap comes into play. So we're going to do our turn and finish with the tap tap. One thing you don't know about the pros is how they create that effortless power is they already start shifting their weight before they finish their backswing. So even if I'm here just swinging to my hip, if before I reach my hip I start moving in that direction, that's what's giving them that effortless power to then shift their weight and have their club coming around last. That's the powerful sequence. If your club is the last thing to come around, that's where you're going to create that effortless, free power. Okay? So turn, turn, tap, tap. You can also do that open-handed. I love open-handed swings, always, always, always. Why not? It's going to show you the shape and the characteristics of your swing for free. Like I said, nothing you have to do besides set the hand, set the arm. Arm and hand have to match. That's a key with the open hand drill. Right now, the tip of my elbow, since I'm a 1.5, is going to face towards the camera. Number 2, tip of the elbow is going to face down, and number 2.5 or 3, tip of the elbow is going to face at the target. So once you have an arm position set, all you have to do is keep it set on that angle and swing along, and it's going to become easy. Hand at number 2, you do like this. Hand at 2.5 or 3, you're going to do it like this. It's quite simple. So the turn, turn, tap, tap. That's all it's going to be. Focusing on making my divot after the golf ball. This stick is my imaginary ball. Turn, turn. Here's the tap, tap. It's right there on the shoe. Turn, turn, tap, tap. That proves I've got my weight shifting, and it also gets me moving lower body first, and the club's going to be last. So we want to get the hips going first, club coming last, and feel like we're shaking hands with the target. So let's look at it from this point of view. Quiet club face. That's going to give you effortless power. If your face coming through the golf shot is square and continuing on very quietly and not heavily active, that's going to create center strikes, which is going to give you the power. So if we look at this point of view, how the grip affects the shape of the swing, I'm a 1.5, so I'll do my hand on top. And if I swing it on through, I've got a nice neutral club face. my hand is still on top. So if I pretend I'm shaking hands with the target, my handshake's going to look like this. If you're the number 2, you're going to swing it through, and your handshake's going to look like this, but your club is also on a very neutral path. Square and then rotating around with the body. 2.5 or 3, it's going to look the darn same. I'm going to get it right over here, leading edge vertical, shaking hands, but your handshake will look a little bit like this. So each handshake's a bit different depending on which grip you've tested to be. Grip's down there in the description below, so go ahead and take the grip test so you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So you create that effortless, easy golf swing is the key here. Let's make golf as easy as we can. We don't want to have the complete opposite grip like I did forever and ever, making golf harder. I was still able to achieve a lot of accomplishments, but I worked so hard to do it and had a lot of golf swings that looked like this, one-handed. Playing golf out there on tour scared the crap out of my dad, but I had so much talent that I was still able to hit the golf ball straight, although I was finishing a little bit off because my grip was causing me to come in closed and me having to hold onto that face just to get the golf ball to go straight. So I don't want you to have to work through any of those compensations. Let's just take care of that, get the right grip, and you can release a lot of those issues in your golf game. So let's demonstrate the turn, turn, tap, tap. Your feet are gonna be about club head width apart, open-handed, turn, turn, tap, tap. You can do open-handed first, and then you can transition to feet wrapped around. Or sorry, fingers wrapped around. You're not gonna wrap your feet around the club. That would be crazy. All right, so hand on top, turn, turn, tap, tap. That proves to you that you've shifted your weight. That's what the tap is there for. Proof, shifted the weight, making the low point after the golf ball, hitting the crispiest shots of your life. You can hear the connection on the golf ball when you do it just right. It's gonna make that nice little crack on the golf ball. Alrighty, our sticking around for is to know the Scottie Scheffler's little baby secret. It's not really a secret, you can just watch him play. He's doing it on every single golf shot. This is my flow and go drill. It's a 10-second routine that allows you to hit the best golf shots of your life without any work or effort. Like we said, we're making this easy. All right, this is my favorite part of any lesson that I get to give because I'm giving you a very simple way to hit your golf shots literally every single time you hit a golf shot. I don't care if it's on the range, the first tee, the last hole, every single shot I want you doing this drill because it is going to only be 10 seconds of your life, which is very little work to hit a good golf shot. So 10 seconds to make that 1 second moment when you strike it to make that count. All right, so it's a 10-second routine. Starts off with open hand drill, love it, my favorite, plus continuous motion swings. So we've got continuous motion swings, just means swinging back and forth without stopping. And I'm doing them open-handed. So the goal is to do 3 of those, which takes about 6 seconds, a couple seconds to get up to it, and 1 second to hit it. If you're gonna do any thinking about your swing, you're gonna do it right here during these 3 swings. So I might be telling myself, turn, turn, tap, tap, turn, turn, tap, tap, or keep my hand on top, keep my hand on top. Those are the feels that you could be working through here. All right, so let's take it from the very beginning. 3 swings, step in, hit. 1, I like to just focus on my target. I've got all the mechanics figured out. I know the characteristics of my swing, so I'm gonna go in there and just hit it after I've done my target focus. So 3 swings, 1, 2, 3, couple seconds to get up to it, and 1 second to hit it. Boom. Effortless, just like you watch the pros on tour. We're gonna put that on the screen here for you guys to check that out, that free swing. And I'll share with you exactly how Scottie Scheffler does it. That's my version of the Scottie Scheffler, but if you watch him on TV, he does his a little different. So he does his continuous swings right here behind the golf ball. He does 2 of them. 1, 2, while he's getting locked into the target. Then he's stepping in, he does this little number here, right in front of him where he's got his grip. He also thinks the grip is extremely important. He thinks it's so important that he practices with a grip trainer on his golf club every single day. You see him going through the process of getting his left hand on correctly, getting his right hand, and matching what he does so well that I love about Scottie Scheffler. We both have the same grip, the 1.5, so it's really easy for me to watch him swing because it just helps me envision what I'm trying to do as well. But he does this before he swings. So he sets his elbow and his arm to match his hand. So if your hand is on an angle, your arm has to match. That's a big key, and that's why he's so consistent. And all the tour pros rave about his consistency. They talk about in interviews his insane club face control. He's doing all these things right, guys. He's getting everything that I'm teaching you in these lessons, not just this one. Watch all the other videos, learn how to do things the easy way. Don't make golf hard on you like I did for years and years. Let's make this easy. Okay, so what he does so well that I love is his forearm matches his hand. So if you just let me wrap my fingers around, the forearm, elbow, and arm all match. Once you get the arm matching, from there it's just simple turn, and you're off to the races just like Scottie is. All right, so the way he does it is he does only 2. I say do 3, but he's doing 2. 1, 2. He does his set. He gets his arms the way they need to be. He's got his grip the way he wants it. He goes in there, and then boom! Effortless, like Scottie Scheffler. So please, please, please stop making golf hard. Take the test. Don't skip on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've had so much fun sharing with you guys all about me, about Scottie Scheffler, and how to create that easiest golf swing in your life. Get you hitting the ball further, more solid, and better. So please consider liking, commenting, subscribe. Heck, even comment which number you've tested to be in the grip test. Let me know if you're a 1.5. Let me know if you're a 2 like Tiger Woods, or even a 2.5 or a 3 like John Rahm or Zach Johnson. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.